Hello, welcome to the Ball Watch Guy. Another beautiful Monday afternoon, still on my staycation. Not a lot to do on a Monday, so I grabbed my bag, decided to go for a walk and record a video. Actually, a video I recorded multiple times already before, me trying to talk about the MOONSWATCHes, but every time I looked at the video, I changed my mind about it because it's quite a divisive watch. And I'm gonna be honest, I like it now, but I have some problems with it. Now, most of us know the watch is almost 2 years and a half old. It was released the 22nd of March with the original collection, 11 models based on the planet, and I want to get my hands on one. Like everybody fell in the hype trap in the beginning. I was part of a WhatsApp collectors group, and everybody was buzzing a bit. Some of us actually made the trip the day of launch and saw the chaos. I was happy I didn't go. I woke up quite late that Saturday because I had a party the day before. So I texted my friends, hey, can you pick one up? Because they told us we could pick up two. Turns out they changed it last minute to one. And even the people that I know that went in line in the queue didn't get their hands on one. And they're all quite frustrated with the scalpers and the high prices online, and people gave up. Now I persisted, like I tried 4 or 5 times. After that, never got locked. It was kind of bad. So I decided to reach out to Swatch, like, hey, I'm a collector. This is my Instagram page. I really want, I'm not here to flip. And luckily they sorted me out and I got my hands on the Mission to Mars, which is still my favorite for some reason. I like the red, I like the influences of the Project Alaska watch, which is, in my opinion, my favorite Speedmaster at the moment. Used to be the Tintin. You know how it is with watch collecting. This changed over time. And yeah, a year later on, I picked this beauty, the Neptune. This was the one that I really wanted. And I wear it from time to time, like if I'm going on a hike or like a casual walk and just want something fun, that's what I'm wearing. Now, since the release of the original 11, we saw way too many new models, and I must say the worst ones were with the gold hands. Like, I found quite lazy. They were just a reference to every moon. They put strawberries on it. The only cool one, in my opinion, was the Neptune, with the golden handles. Like, oof, I actually want that one. And I thought after that it was going to be over. Like, the hype was slowly dying. Like, I checked secondhand websites this morning just to have a look, like, are they still selling? And you can still find a bunch of them online. Now, the base models, you see them from all price ranges. You have people still trying to flip them for profit, even though this day you can walk in and buy them freely. I was in Brussels like a month ago, just out of curiosity, I wanted to buy one, maybe. I was more looking at the Snoopy and basically had all models in. And they also had the new releases, the Earth models. Those are the ones with the lunar light, the red one, I believe it's volcano, and the sand one. That one is absolutely terrific. And I looked at the lunar lights, which I was like, oh, this can be cool. It's like a Petronas kind of green, a little bit inspired by the IWC watch that they released with full lume. Thought it could be cool, especially because the dial as well had little dots on it, which reference the stars. So I thought, like, hey, why not? Until I wore it and was like, I think I'm done with it. Like, I got 2 of them, which is, in my opinion, 1 too much. For certain people, it's actually 2 too much. And then they released the new moon phase last week on Friday, I believe. Also made a call to the store, local store, like, hey guys, can you hook me up? Are there still waiting lines? And I heard there are waiting lines, but not short. Actually saw one yesterday. I think it's over, in my opinion, and that's good and a bad thing. Now, I'm pretty sure it made a major impact on the bottom line for Swatch, like the amount of models they sold, and it's also a nice pipeline to getting a Speedmaster. Why would I say that? I know a lot of people who consider the Speedmaster in the collector's world, but didn't want to shell out the extortionate prices that Omega is currently asking for. I bought my Speedmaster in 2021, the new 3861, which already got a major price bump, but I could still pick it up with a good discount and pay like 5 0.2 for it. Now I'm seeing them online without a discount for 8,900 euros. You probably might negotiate a discount of 15, 10, 15, 20%, something like that. But that's a totally different value proposition. So I can imagine why people got scared off of it. Now, talking about the current state of the prices in the market, that's a completely different topic, of course. It's kind of problematic how it's going, but hey, I keep that run for another time. So while I was at the store, I also looked again at the Blancpains. I actually owned one. I owned the yellow one because I was like, hey, this is a fun dive watch. Turns out it's not for me with my small wrists. It's set on top of my wrist. It was way too bulky for me. And I asked also the sales rep, like, hey, how are the sales going, blah, 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 blah. Basically, he told them, like, yeah, we still sell a bunch of them, but it's not the same hype as the MOONSWATch. So I'm wondering what the next move of Swatch is going to be. You know, they have a very beautiful catalog with a lot of beautiful pieces. Like you could look into So, the PRX is a very hot model. Same with the Hamilton Khaki Field, which is one of their most iconic models in their collection. But the problem there would be, in my eyes, the price difference. Like if you're gonna pay 500, 600 bucks for a TCO PRX automatic or a Khaki Field, you're really gonna buy a plastic version for 250, 300? Not gonna happen. So it made me thinking. I was browsing the website, looking at Breguet, looking at Blancpain, looking at Omega, the bigger brands are more well known, and I see only one option left. But I'm not sure they would go for it. Is the Seamaster 300 SMP, in my opinion, and I haven't bought one, I haven't owned one. In my opinion, one of the most iconic divers. They are in my holy trinity when it comes to divers. For me, it's the Submariner, of course, the Blancpain 50 Fathoms, and the SMP 300. I know people will fight in the comments about this one. Hey, we all have a different opinion, so that makes it great in being a watch collector. I think that's the only move they have left. Like, bring out the range, bring a few colors out, like 4 or 5. You can do copy paste a little bit of what they did with the Blancpain. You probably have something to milk for the next 2 years again. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I would find it a little bit disgusting, but at the end of the day, I'll probably be in line to buy one. Because here's the thing, swatches are just cool. Now, they are overpriced for what they are, but they are an entry-level drug. In my watch collecting journey, I changed a bit my tune. I used to collect a lot of cheap stuff. I like to buy Tissot, etc. I decided that was a bad idea. So I changed up my tune, and now I bought a few higher-end pieces and bought a few cheaper ones to make it more reasonable. So the MOONSWATch is in the perfect territory for me to do that. Like, it gives me the chance to own, quote-unquote, a luxury piece on a tight budget. So why not? And if it brings in new collectors, new people to the hobby, I can only respect that. But one thing's for sure, and I will record a video of this, is the packaging is absolutely horrible. Now, they stepped it up with the Blancpain, of course, which was way, way, way better. But with the MOONSWATch, the carton box, almost no protection. Watches got arrived scratched at the consumer because the label didn't stick well. That's really a point of attention. And also, please, Omega, please Swatch, whatever you do in the future, if you promise people to put the watches online, do it. Now, I know in the beginning it was not feasible, but at this point in time, there's no reason not to sell them online. They are available. There are people who don't live close to a store. There are certain nations that don't even have a Swatch boutique. And it's not always easy to make the travel arrangements. Like, I lucked a little bit out. They opened a store a few years ago in Brussels. Now they have one in Antwerp, which is open now 1 or 2 years. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Whoops. Yeah, I'm looking at a selfie stick. Already improved the mic, so we're working on it. Just for people who, for example, live in the Midwest of the States. Ship it to them. You probably have another nice sales bump when you do that, and why not? Everybody wins then. Make it accessible to all collectors. And the special editions, okay, fine. I get it. You sometimes want to do something limited, but make sure it's in a way where people who are collectors don't get beat by scalpers. Like, not everybody has the time to wait in line for 2-3 hours to get a plastic watch at the end of the day. It takes away a bit of the fun element. That's my only advice. Keep on the cool collaborations, make cool stuff, make things out of the box, and who knows, because I hope with the whole Speedmaster thing, with the MOONSWATch, that you guys decide to make some new fun colors in the more expensive range. I think people would actually crave a little bit more of fun of a Mega. It's been a bit of drag. Well, we have the Snoopy, but that's about it. So guys, thank you for watching and have a nice day.